Hello everyone, this is Justin Kreps from Kreps Service Station in Spring Mills, Pennsylvania, and welcome to the next installment of Kreps University. Today we're doing an oil change video on a Stryker 550, but this video will cover the Stryker 750 also, the Axis X550, the XS 750, the Remington Pursuit, the Sector 550S, the Sector 750D, and also the Stryker 750 Crew. Okay, so let's go over the tools that you're going to need to change the oil. You're going to need a ratchet and a 19mm socket. Might need a screwdriver. I'll show you a little bit later why. Another ratchet and an 8mm socket. Flashlight. Very important. Might need a cup of coffee. The oil filter. Drain pan. And we're going to need 2 quarts of oil. We at Kreps Service Station, we use the Bel-Ray 1040 semi-synthetic SN rated wet clutch safe oil. So do you have to use this Bel-Ray? No, you don't have to, but whatever oil you do pick for your unit, it needs to say JSO MA2, okay? Your engine, transmission, and your wet clutch are all in the same assembly, and the JSO MA2 means the oil is wet clutch safe, so you can use it with your unit. It must say that or you cannot use that oil. Okay, I want to take a minute to discuss the importance of using the OEM HiSun filter. So let's go ahead and take a look at the OEM filter and take a look at some of the aftermarket ones. So this one is the OEM HiSun filter. This is the K&N 152, and then this is the High Flow 152. So just looking at these filters, they look very similar. But to see the difference, we're going to have to measure it. And where they differ is the sealing surface right here. So I'm going to take a pair of calipers. We already zeroed it out. It's on millimeters. The HiSun filter is right around 23.34 millimeters. Let's measure the K&N. It's 25.7 roughly. And let's do the High Flow. 25.4 millimeters. So there's almost a 2mm difference on the sealing surface where this filter goes on between the High Flow K&N and the OEM HiSun filter. So the HiSun filter is going to fit tighter, it's going to seal better, and again, this is why we do not recommend using aftermarket filters. Use the OEM HiSun filter. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out where the drain plug is. You're going to notice this oddly shaped hole at the bottom of the engine, and it doesn't give us much room here. So HiSun, we could use a little bit more room to work here. So if you guys are watching this, you know, give us a little more room. So we have a 19mm drain plug. It's right here, and then right next to it is where the oil filter goes. We have 3 8mm bolts holding that filter in. Now, again, with the not very much area right here, I didn't say at the beginning of the video, but having one of these Forma funnels is very handy. So if you don't have one of these, when you drain the oil, you're going to make a mess. So what I do is I take this and I stick this in here, and now we can direct the oil right where we want it. So let's go ahead and take that plug out. Okay, so let's go ahead, get the oil out. I'm going to go ahead and loosen that up. Now there is a spring behind here, so you got to make sure when this does come out, it's gonna come out with some force. And we are almost there. And then this is where your screen, your spring, and then we've got the O-ring. Now we're going to go ahead and get the filter out. We've got these 3 8mm bolts. You can see this is quite a messy job. That's why I like to wear gloves whenever I do this. We'll let some of this drain off so it doesn't splash my wife when it comes down. She won't be very happy with me, because she's standing literally right next to me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pull this down. We want to watch this O-ring right here. Make sure we get that out of there. Okay, so we see where the oil filter is. It's right here. So we're going to go ahead and try to grab it and get it out of there. And it's kind of stuck. So I just want to wiggle it a little bit. Now this is where I said about the screwdriver. So if we have to use a screwdriver, very, very, very light. So we're just going to get in here, and I'm going to pry kind of right here. And let's get this out of the way here. And I'm just going to take it and go kind of back and forth a little bit. Sometimes on brand new units like this one, they can be stuck in there a little bit. There we go. There's the filter. Now you're going to notice I did not pry on the aluminum right here. I pried over here, so I stuck the screwdriver shoe right here. I stuck the screwdriver basically right here, and I pried against the metal here. Under no circumstance do you pry against the aluminum to get this filter out. So I'll kind of show you what I did. Again, put it back up in there, and then I kind of put the screwdriver right in there, and then I pried off to the side just like that. I don't care if I destroy this filter. I don't want to touch the aluminum if you have to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start cleaning everything. I want to take some carb cleaner, some brake cleaner. Let's get that cleaned up. Go ahead, dry this off. Okay, let's go ahead and dry the O-rings. And then what I do with the O-rings is I put a light coat of grease on them. It just helps it seal better, and then it's easier to get it off next time. And you don't have to go crazy here, just a light coat is fine. Now just get a little on the threads, helps them next time you want to come out. And again, just a little bit's fine. And then your spring goes here, strainer goes here. So that's ready to go back in. So let's go ahead and we'll get the filter out. And I also get a little bit of grease right in there. That'll help it coming out the next time too, so it won't be so hard. So, okay, let's go ahead and put it in. You always want to hand start these. You never start those with a wrench. And then we'll go ahead, get the filter up in. And then obviously you would torque those to spec then. Okay, so we put oil in right here. So I'm gonna go ahead, take the cap off, and there is an O-ring there also. Make sure you don't drop that. I put the funnel in. We're going to go ahead and start filling with oil. Okay, so let's go ahead and check it. Pull the phone back a little bit. We check the oil right here. So let me go ahead and pull that out. And there's two little notches here and here. So let's go ahead and put that in. You're going to see we're pretty much right here. So we'll go ahead, we'll funnel out, start it up, run it for a minute, and then we'll recheck after we run it. Okay, so we already ran the unit, so we're gonna go ahead, check the oil, and again, we want it like towards that top mark there. And then you can see where, I know it's hard to see in the camera, but we're right there. Thank you so much for watching the video today. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, share, This really helps the channel grow. If you guys need anything that you saw in the video today, oil, filter, parts, anything like that, or even a cool mug, you can always visit our website, krepsservicestation.com.